All right. It's so fucking bright outside because it's sunny and it snowed. And I should have streamed yesterday, but I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was on tenterhooks. Oh, I wasn't. Fine.
On what?
Tenterhooks.
What does that mean?
I am on edge. I am stood up and waiting.
Tentahooks?
Tenterhooks.
I haven't even heard that.
It's a phrase. I'm pretty sure it's like tenthooks is in the stuff you stick in tents. Keep them up.
What?
The spikes you jab on the ground and you use to prop up a tent.
Human language was a mistake. The human language.
The human language. All those other inhuman filth in their demon tongues.
Yeah, this thing has a scope. I hate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, I hate it.
That's a problem.
What, the sniper? I agree.
No, they like throwing a bomb right at me.
So do you have anything to talk about today?
No, I don't.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
I could talk briefly about Fortnite, I don't know.
Fortnite? What?
Yeah?
What are you doing playing that?
So one of my friends was like, hey, it's free on PlayStation 4, just always like, come play it with me and one of my other friends. One of our other friends even. And I do. And it's alright. It's a giggle. It's like insanely fast PUBG because like fights are over in like, or gets rounds are over in like 5 minutes tops. It feels like. Well, not 5 minutes. It's like something like 10 minutes absolute tops.
I know about
Over.
Zoomed in.
Everything is like super quick and it just goes by like really quick. And it's just nice. You talk with friends. We have like little tactics discussions. It's great. We call the guy who gets up on the roof and dances around and then gets shot an idiot when he does it, and then he keeps doing it anyway because it's in his nature.
I mean, I don't know. I probably like should try it, but at the same time, it's like, eh.
I mean, like I don't blame you for going like because I'll be honest, like the closest we come to winning is like reaching 5th, and that like we've only ever got like a 1-kill game. And usually the games will end when your game will end when some guy with like an instant kill rifle appears, shoots you in the face, and just die instantly from full health. Just gone. So sometimes they'll just like surpass knockdown entirely, you're just down. It's like, alright, thanks. It's fun and it's fun in spite of that. And it's mainly fun because I'm like playing with people I know and we can talk and jab and guide each other and shit. If I was playing it alone, it absolutely wouldn't be that fun.
More like snort night.
It is sort of that thing of like, well, you know, anything can be fun when you're doing it with a friend, and it is kind of that. But at least like,
oh, that's a great segue. That is an excellent segue, Gavin.
Is it?
If you're
I don't know
done.
what you're about to talk about. I'm basically done, yeah. Like, go ahead.
Oh, I got bodied. Oh, I gotta move this and then we'll go ahead.
Oh, Paul.
So, oh.
I had the scope and I was trying to die.
Anyway, Sea of Thieves. This turned out to be a wash.
You don't say.
Yeah. Because I think my problem was I was watching like the first like streams, like people playing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And like Sea of Thieves excels on the first time you play it. But then after that, no one's having a good time. The game has nothing.
Yeah.
The game has nothing.
Novell can confirm this.
Like it's even worse than before. It's even worse than we may have thought before.
As I understand it, there's basically like 3 things to do and that's it.
Yep. It's like
find chickens, fight skeletons, find chests, and that's it.
Yeah, that really is just find chests. And the chests, the problem is the chests don't even really give you anything.
I mean, you can't like buy equipment or anything, right? Like, so
You
what's
can
the point
buy
of finding them?
cosmetics, and I heard that they reset every time you
Oh,
play.
wow.
And there aren't that many cosmetics to begin with.
This game's been in development for how many years now?
Yeah, so everyone's wondering what they spent all the time on besides the water. Because
Yeah.
you can't even like customize your pirate, which would be like, you know, one of the best
What
parts
are they
about it.
doing then? Fucking Ubisoft made a better pirate game, and they're Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Imagine all the fun of stealing Wind Waker, but that is the game.
Wait, that's fun? If I recall correctly, in the
I quite like the stealing in Wind Waker because it's like nice and relaxing. It's like, there's things on the horizon. No, what the fuck is that? Let's go see it. I know it.
if I recall correctly, Nintendo themselves added a sale to make it so that you spend less time sailing in that game
Yeah,
in
well,
the
that's because
remaster.
people whinged about it because they have no attention spans. So.
And you had to do that fucking betting mini game.
I wouldn't even call it a mini game. It's just kind of like a time waster.
Now, if you're going for the fast sale, it's a time saver.
Well, I mean, like, the mini game itself in general is just like, I wouldn't call it a mini game. It's just you waste time. You just wait until the very end, then you pay
Yeah.
1,000, and then you win, and that's it. That's the entire thing.
Oh shit. Mistake. Okay, that's wave
Yeah,
one.
it was a joke. I don't want it, but I guess I'm the only one who kind of liked that feeling. But yeah, and it just kind of begs the question of what the hell they were doing for the entire development time of Sea of Thieves.
Well, they said apparently they want to they want to, you know, keep it alive or whatever the term is for 10 years.
Okay, see, the thing with like, the game as a service model is you kind of need a game.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's I think going by that thing, it's actually just like in alpha, more or less.
Alpha that costs full retail price
Yep.
to get access. Yeah, it's not an alpha, it's released.
And it's not even worth $10.
Yeah, they can call it like, they can go like, oh, it's an alpha. Or what? No, it's released. It's out now.
Well,
You
they haven't
fuck-
said that, but
Well, it
that's
doesn't matter if they say it. Like if they're charging money for it, it's out. Like this is it. This is out. This is prime time. Like, you're good to go or you're not. Like there is no second release. This is the thing with like early access games is that they don't get like a second win when the final version comes out. Like that's it. Like the first time you come out is the time you come out.
I mean, really, this is why patches have ruined video games. You know, video games have been worse off since the existence of patches.
I mean, I agree. Because it has encouraged all manner of horrible practices and just like a general lack of quality in game development, game design, a lot. Just because we can just fix it later, we can rush it out.
Yeah, I was like half joking there, no, but
It really is. It's been like a more of a blight than it's been an assistance.
I mean, but if you think about it, if they released Melee with patches, then they'd patch out things like wave dashing.
That would be funny.
Oh, I'll stop.
But no, like it's another one of those things that, like, in theory, patching is a great idea. That would be like really lovely, but you know, then bad publisher and bad developer practice just puts it in the fucking bin. Just like down there, everything else.
Like Smash Bros. They released it without Bayonetta at the beginning? Like, what?
So, like, I have to kind of ask the question now, is like, what is the point of Microsoft right now in the games industry?
We don't know. But
Like, they're not making any games, and like the one game they had this show that isn't Forza is turned out to be like an unfinished fucking wreck, and no one likes it. And they don't have anything else. Like, that was it. Everything else is third party. And not exclusive at that. Like, what are you doing on that? It's like, if you like, is this you calling it quits? Like, what's going on?
I mean, did you see the thing where it was like Microsoft might sell Rare's old properties?
I didn't see that, but I would be very, very surprised if they did that.
It could be interesting. I mean, I think maybe they're at the
I
point where
would-
they're like, we'll make more money if we just sell it because we don't know what to do with them because no one will buy anything we make with them.
Yeah, but it's the sort of thing of like a lot of companies will just keep stuff like that as assets so that they have more to if they ever like need, have like a disastrous collapse and they need like something to sell to get their way out of bankruptcy. They'll hang on to it like a death grip for that.
I mean, they're probably thinking one
And
step ahead here.
Microsoft will never reach that point because at this point they're too big to fail. The
Maybe-
Xbox division specifically, that's a different matter, but
Who's that dude who like tweeted that he'd be fine with Banjo-Kazooie and Smash, like the Microsoft CEO or something?
nah, he's the head of the Xbox division, I think. Phil Spencer.
Yeah, that dude. I mean, I think like just that like everyone's like, oh, they could be in. I think like the fact that the question is, would you be fine? And he said, yeah. It's just like, doesn't that imply that this late in development they're not in Smash? If
I mean, it's also a thing of like
that.
just because he says it doesn't mean
Oh well, yeah, but like
Microsoft is actually trying to, you know. It's kind of funny because I think Microsoft might honestly be interested in like trying to go the way of just a third-party publisher of just games now, just doing away with their own hardware and just selling their games as a service shit on like Windows PCs.
finally they know where the true audience is.
The only series of theirs that hasn't made the jump to PC is Halo at this point.
And everyone's mad. Oh, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
That Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remaster
Yes.
is apparently not gonna have any online multiplayer at all.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know if it's fake news because it kind of sounds like fake news, doesn't it? But like,
It does. Like even like the Modern Warfare 1 remaster had like its online back in place.
but like the fact that it's believable kind of says something, huh?
No, I don't think it is because like Activision makes all them like they put microtransactions into like the Modern Warfare 1 remaster. They want multiplayer in there to justify that. Like I can't see them putting up a single player only version of that and just saying, "Oh, that's fine," because they can't milk that for like 10 years and get all the money in the world.
I mean, when's Black Ops I coming out?
Like October.
Maybe they want to funnel everyone into that.
No, they don't care. If they cared, they wouldn't release these things on like a yearly schedule. Like, but they don't give a shit.
Who knows?
I am kind of wondering what the hell Microsoft are going to do for E3 this year. It's kind of like, you got nothing now. You know, you don't even have the Xbox One X is out. It's gone. What do you got?
I'm wondering what the hell Nintendo's gonna do for E3 this year.
Smash Bros.
There's nothing in the repertoire
Brothers.
that they can show off
Smash Brothers.
for the Switch. You know,
Smash Brothers.
it's a dead console.
Smash Brothers.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? There was this heartwarming comic about like the Wii U. I think it was personified or something. And it's like looking at all the Switch news and it's like, good job, you made it, stuff like that. I'm like, you're like the only person who thinks that. You're the only person who thinks that. Everyone else, their comic is the Nintendo Switch with a knife stabbing the Wii U over and over again.
Or the Wii U as a corpse and like the Switch like triumphant, like
Yeah.
like I have succeeded where he failed or whatever.
And the only reason I bring this up is because this is a going trend in this series. Oh no!
Yeah.
Because it makes me
You're gonna have to admit,
so
even to yourself,
mad. It makes me
the Wii U
so
was a failure.
mad. It was not a failure.
It was a failure.
It was not a failure. I'm
was a
fine.
failure.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with my purchase.
No, like in that sense, sure, but like on the whole, like this was a mess of a system, you know. And they suppose play up all the stream multimedia crap again. You know, they probably will. Honestly, that they have that Mixer thing. And they'll be just like, please watch this on Mixer and not Twitch. And it's like, no. Okay.
It's glow on the other side. Ah.
It's over here.
Was Microsoft the one that like had that Kinect game where you had like an 8-year-old kid in your TV?
Yes, that was Milo, which was never actually released. It was just another Peter Molyneux. Look at how great my shit is. This is the greatest video game of all time. It will be literally revolutionary. And then, you know, nothing ever came of it.
That's a good game. It's low on the other side again.
It's over here again. Oh, it broke.
As long as no one opens this.
So at this point, the only thing I can see on this is like, okay, another Forza, maybe Halo 6, and then that's all they have.
Do you think Nintendo's gonna reveal Pikmin 4?
Nah.
This is 10 years ago. Pikmin 4 is almost done.
Milo and me always watching Connect. This poor kid's seen some shit. Oh boy.
Eye over here, which means probably right
It's
here.
none of the ones over here, so.
What?
It was none of the ones over here.
Did all of you stupid shitheads open?
I mean, all those stupid
Yeah,
shit
I was gonna
over
say.
there.
I was gonna correct
I never
myself.
opened these goddamn things.
Give me the bell rigs. E3 is in like 2 months or something, right?
Yeah. Early June. Second week of June.
Let's see if I can either work dogs around it or get off. Because,
I mean, at this rate, I probably won't have a job, so I'll be able to still watch all of it all night.
feels bad, man.
Another recruiter called today and was like, hey, we got like a network support thing. I'm like, you slither into my messages just to speak lies to me. I know it. But fuck it, like, what have I to lose at this point?
Worth it.
Yeah. The GPU prices are just gonna be fucked for a while.
Isn't it that like PC gaming show that's always a joke as well at
Yeah.
E3?
Yeah. I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be a meh year for games. Like, I think it'll be actually like a fine enough year for games. That won't be as great as 2017's like first 5 months were, but it'll be fine.
Wrong.
Why is that?
Did the year 2017 have Super Smash Brothers?
Had Super Smash Bros. DLC.
Well, did it have Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, in a fashion. One life, I don't really care, we're fine.
I hope we're fine, because I died. You had to go with my fucking flow, dude. That DLC. Fuck you!
I will not give you the satisfaction of your silly jokes.
What DLC did it even have?
Pretty sure it was like the tail end of it. I can't remember.
I could have sworn that was like a year or two ago.
Maybe it was, I don't know. It was the amiibo I'm thinking of.
Oh, you mean like they finally released the Bayonetta amiibo or something?
Yeah, I think that's what threw me. I think that's it.
Technically, it's DLC for Smash. Well, not DLC, because you kind of
Yeah.
download it, don't you?
Basically.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, Smash is barely a fighting game anyway, so
Yeah, you just pick Yoshi and win. I worry about that horse.
why?
I mean, because they might ruin him. I mean, even then, like, if he's...
Will they ruin him, or is he will not be the same as he was before?
I don't know. As long as he's not melee Yoshi. But they might just make him worse. But at the same time, the reason I picked him up is because he was low tier. So, you know, maybe it won't be that bad after all. I know, but like, it worked, didn't it? I was really good with him in Brawl. And that's where he was low tier. And then he was like fucking A tier in Smash 4, so. Alright, Gavin, here's the real question.
What?
What's your favorite Yoshi sound?
None of them.
Come on.
No, there isn't one.
Come on. There is one.
No, there isn't one.
You have to pick one.
I don't like Yoshi. There isn't one.
You have to pick. Come on, you don't like Yoshi.
I don't.
This is nonsense. You're full of nonsense. Can't quick reach. This is bad.
In the end, we made it work.
Did you ever play Yoshi's Story?
Yep.
You know the sound when the page turns?
Yeah.
Yoshi goes, wah, wah. You know?
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite Yoshi sound. Oh god. Wait, I'm not gonna be able to get these back, huh? It's even coming out this year that isn't Nintendo. Smonkey 2? Smonkey 2 is a good one.
I have like a handful of like JRPGs I want to play that are coming out. There's like Octopath, for instance. Next Atelier and shit like that. Valkyria Chronicles 4 might be out here this year.
It's still a thing in Europe?
What?
Like the 2 months late meme?
No. But like, I don't know, I can't remember if they're going to release it this year or if they need to just like into next year for the localization in general.
Can't believe that one shot hit.
Like sometimes like the delayed release still happens, but like not often anymore. It's not like every other game now like it used to be.
Oh fuck. I like how Hyrule Warriors is or the whatever you want to call it. The Switch one is like coming 2 months later for some reason.
What, Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like the game that's been out forever is like coming out here 2 months after Japan, I think. For some reason. Even though the text is already there. It's like, wow, this is how Europe feels.
It really isn't, even though it's like we had to wait like a fucking year for a Kirby game once.
Hey, do you have Star Allies?
No.
Really?
Well, I haven't bought it. I have no money.
Oh no, not that. I meant you as in the collective
no, we have
Europe.
Yeah, it's out here. Yeah, it came out at the same time as America and all that.
Look at how far we've come as a society. And I think Star Allies has the most text out of like any recent Kirby game.
Kirby Superstar Ultra was like so it was like slated for like release at like near Christmas one year, then was suddenly delayed to the exact same date next year.
Well, do you know how many treasures there are to translate?
Except that they had apparently all the work done, and then they just delayed the entire year for no given reason.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
I don't remember, but they're oh right, Rayman Legends.
What about it?
The game was done, but then they delayed it because it wasn't a Wii U exclusive anymore. Man, what a time. People were mad about that.
Yeah, because Ubisoft was like, oh, we've lost all faith in this. And then they released it like a week before Grand Theft Auto 5 anyway. So that's just they were trying to kill the thing by saying, oh, it doesn't sell.
People
like,
like
I wonder
Rayman
why.
Legends, so it's all good. When's the next Rayman?
Never, because Rayman Legends didn't sell like literally 5 million and then make another billion in microtransactions. So it will never be released.
Nice. The small fries. Nice. Killed by the small fries.
Yeah, that's the life of a sniper in this.
Tyrell Warriors doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care, but there are people who care, especially those who haven't played it.
Like, I have played it and I kind of care. I kind of want to get it on Switch anyway, 'cause why not?
I think there's several reasons why not.
And what are those?
I think mine is even up there. Reason number 1.
Yeah.
You don't have money.
Oh yeah, but like we're assuming I have money at some point.
Well, at that point, you might as well just buy an indoor pool, right?
Like we're assuming, you know, like reasonable amounts of money, not like asshole amounts of money.
Reason number 2.
What?
You haven't played Fire Emblem Warriors yet.
I haven't. I need to finish that.
So you're down 1 Warriors game, and they're the same anyway. Is there another Warriors game coming out?
I mean, Dynasty Warriors 9 just came out.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that that's like thing.
The main one.
Yeah.
It was, like it was also apparently like absolutely shit house. Like it ran like shit and like they made it go open world, which is like apparently just the stupidest thing you could have possibly done with like the safest and easiest bet of the series ever.
How do you do an open world? Yeah, you just put enemies everywhere. Maybe that's why it ran.
Well,
so
no, what you
well.
do is you put one enemy every 10 meters, and then you make them like, you know how like they just kind of fidget in normal Warriors games, but they occasionally attack.
They
Don't
attack?
even, yeah, they do occasionally. They don't even do that anymore. Like it was just an absolute shithouse disaster of a game,
Well, that series is dying.
basically. Because if they were like, well, you know, like people like it generally, we'll just keep making them like this. But that's gone. That's done until we're dead.
Hyrule Warriors is the last good one, so drink up. So I don't think many people are satisfied with Fire Emblem Warriors.
Well, you're saying that because you saw a tweet from one of your friends that said that.
Multiple friends.
2 friends.
Ah!
Because I saw it too and I read it. It was 2.
Oh, there we go.
And I don't know that I necessarily agree with what they said based on what I've played, but
You complained about the protagonist, right? I remember that.
they just say like, oh no, it feels like very empty and pointless. It's kind of like, I disagree entirely, but alright.
Hey, you haven't played it.
I have played it.
Kinda
I haven't
like-
beaten it. I have played it.
This is basically the same thing as like you haven't played Knack, which you haven't.
No, I have played Knack. I've seen the entirety of Knack.
No, you have not.
Over and over again.
You don't know how the story ends.
I know exactly how the story ends. They beat the bad guys, the goblins fuck off for another day, and then Knack is like, I'm the best. Because it's the exact same fucking story as every kid's movie piece of shit thing. So that's what it was trying to be. I'm convinced that the only reason like the Ratchet and Clank reboot happened was because Knack tanked and they were banking on Knack being the whole hot property for a new kids movie for Sony Pictures.
And it was.
And then what do you know? Then no one it just fucking tanked and vanished. It's like, oh well then. And then they made Knack 2 for some baffling reason, and that sold even worse.
I'm pretty sure it's just because Knack was a meme.
Probably.
It's like they had the assets maybe they were planning on in the first place, and oh hey, it's a meme. Let's make it. This can be worthwhile. And it was. Not. I don't know how Knack 2 actually is. What if they improved
from
on
what
everything?
I hear, it's even more mediocre than the first one.
That's impossible. Sequels are always better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. How about Star Wars? Everyone hates the first one.
No, they like the first one. They hate the fourth one.
I thought they hated the first one because it had Jar Jar Binks in it.
No, that's the fourth one.
That's the
it's called
fourth
episode
one?
but it's called
Oh
episode
fuck!
one, but
Not
it's
the,
the fourth
okay.
one.
They debated me again. God damn it!
Somehow we managed to survive even though everyone's dead.
I survived once the countdown ended. Fuck Star Wars. When's the next one coming out? In 2 months? Probably.
No, I think it's like next year, because this year is getting like the Han solo film.
Doesn't everyone hate that?
Yeah, for good reason.
Are you gonna go watch it anyways?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. My friend's gonna like, do you want to go see it? I'm gonna be, no, I'm not. Like, I'm fine. Thank you.
Well, we'll see about that. Everyone remember this moment, just in case. Curiosity might get you. You might be like, how bad is it?
No, I can already tell how bad it's gonna be.
You get a blog post out of it.
Just by virtue of what it is.
But everyone loves Han Solo. He's a lovable character.
That's exactly the problem. They liked him in the original, like, you know, trilogy, when he was an actual character and not this hideous monstrosity bearing the same name trotted out just for like a quick cash in.
Also,
with an actor who can't act, who is so bad at acting that by the time like shooting was wrapping up, they suddenly had to do reshoots and called in an acting trainer to like train him in how to act because he was that fucking bad. It's so bad that they're actually stripping the Star Wars name from it when they're releasing it in China because they don't want it to be associated with the brand there. China is where most of their money is made now. Nope.
China loves space. Wow,
it's one of the few topics the government lets them enjoy. So. We're both dead over here, so.
Don't worry, I'm aware.
Alright.
God damn it! I tried.
There's a snake like right there.
You know, you could say Hyrule Warriors is bad, but it had the best Ganon.
I don't think he's saying it's bad. He's just saying it for Fire Emblem Warriors.
Oh, I see.
Maybe he is saying it's bad. I don't know.
It's bad. Full stop. Got him. That's how journalism works, right?
Yeah, basically. Oh, I'm dead.
And I'm on my way. Okay, gamers, what are you doing?
I'm being like fuck hammered into a corner by like literally everything.
I didn't hit you.
He didn't, and these guys won't turn around to get me, so.
Oh, we aren't gonna make it anyway. Like, my dude, you got focused on putting eggs in, not reviving me. Gosh, dang it. You were so close. Wow, wait, what wave was that? 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
We got back up to like the 300 area, so.
Oh, we have
time to get our shit kicked in for a bit.
We have 2 excellent weapons right here.
It literally doesn't matter, especially when it's high tide and you've no room.
What are you clicking about?
Just poking about and just saying shit on Twitter. Like shit about Detroit become human and right seeing about and saying like, oh, God of War's gone girl. I'm like, ah, rip. I saw some like really fucking like shill hard posts from like GameSpot saying what God of War has learned from The Last of Us, and it's like, fuck off.
Oh yeah, didn't God of War go gold?
I just said that.
Yeah, I thought it was already out, honestly.
No, it's almost out.
Like, I think you retweeted someone posting a screenshot and I didn't get it.
Yeah, that was some preview footage.
Ah.
And some people apparently got like access to like preview shit. So they were talking about it.
It's like in one shot, God of War is down there, and then in the next shot, there's a dude up in the cliff, and I'm like, yeah, what's bad? I don't get it.
Yeah, well, what it is that it's the puzzle from The Last of Us. Not even a puzzle. It's like it's the time waster that The Last of Us used. Like just every fight, like between every other fight, it's just like you have to pick up your child and put the child somewhere so they can get up and knock a ladder down to you.
Oh, that was his kid? I thought it was a middle-aged
That
man.
was his kid. No, that was his kid. And that just kept shit like that just kept happening over and over again in The Last of Us just because they had literally nothing else to put in between fights. So they're just kind of like, well, what do we do? Well, let's just make the player fuck about for like 10 seconds.
Just reskin.
It's especially galling in God of War because in the past games, Kratos could like leap his own height straight up, like just straight like 6 foot jump into the air, and then he could double jump on top of that. And now he has to like push a small child up to push something down from the clamber up very slowly. And it's kind of like, fuck off.
Well, that's what being a dad does to you. You know?
Like, everything like even halfway fun or interesting about like any video game is apparently just fucking despised by Sony, and they don't want anything to do with it. I mean, it's the one where he's killed all the Greek gods, and now he's being Joel from The Last of Us. So that's literally all it is. It's just The Last of Us, but worse. And that already wasn't good to begin with. If you ask me.
I think the metaphor is more important than the gameplay here.
What's the metaphor?
Being a dad.
It's not. Like, it literally isn't, because it's the exact same story Sony tells in like half the fucking games now.
But, you know, just in case you missed all the other ones.
And then there's that Days Gone game, which no one remembers, but like I only just know it because like they suddenly mentioned it was delayed the next year, which is also just The Last of Us, but like even less subtly. Because that one actually takes place in another zombie apocalypse in America. Because of course it does. I look forward to the Crash Bandicoot 4, where Crash is a small child and has to wander like in the zombie apocalypse wasteland.
It's Coco. I already have her.
Yeah, basically.
Did the mothership come already, by the way?
It did. We chased it off.
Well, I'm bad. That's fine.
It's fine. Like we chased it off pretty easily.
Wait, are you
so
sure it's fine? We have 30 seconds. We have to get 7 more eggs in.
I mean, it's more or less fine. It would be fine if the Splatter Shot Pro could kill the fucking egg carriers in one shot, but I guess we are to be so cursed. I can't get another egg, so there's just endless fucking things in the way.
Okay, good.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
Good.
We're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Ah, the new God of War makes me so goddamn angry.
Sploosh.
What makes me really angry is that like a lot of people are like, oh, the old ones are bad or whatever, and it's like, no, they weren't. And a lot of people are like, well, I didn't like Kratos. It's like, you're a fucking child.
Kratos looked like he yelled a lot.
He did. That was kind of great. Like, he was in like a world of like where characters were in the end always inevitably just good people, even if they were just kind of sweary a lot. Kratos was an unrepentant cunt. He hated fucking everything. He killed fucking everything. It was great.
Sounds like you're a barbarian.
He is like he's not a good person. He's a horrible person. He knows it, and he just keeps doing horrible things because that's what he does. It's fucking great. It's like, oh, this is actually fun to see and refreshing, and now he's just like everyone else, and it's kind of like, well, fuck me, I guess.
We can't teach our kids these horrible lessons.
It was not kids though.
Gavin, come on now. Come on now. We already talked about this.
We did, I know, but. And now people are like, oh, like this new one, because it's The Last of Us, is basically like art, because The Last of Us was art, because they didn't need to do a sad.
I saw there was a giant dragon in the trailer. That was kind of cool.
It's not. And they're like, oh, like, it's art now, because, oh, he makes me feel sad. He has deep feelings about fatherhood and shit. No, it's not, you goddamn fucking... If you're going to have like pretensions of being like, oh, I am a deep critic of art, like actually fucking understand what you're talking about. Anything really about media, anything at all.
It's media.
It's filled with disgust about this game and everything around it.
Well, we can definitely get all the eggs in. surely. There we go.
We did. Just about.
Good job, team.
I'll stop now because I can just keep going about how shit everything about this is.
Gavin's mad.
Man, I hate that shit. I hate it so much.
Real question is, do you have Kratos merchandise somewhere in your room?
Actually, no. Well, let's count the games, but
I don't think you count the games.
then no.
Oh wow, we're actually almost done. I don't believe it.
But yeah, like, what else is there to talk about? Because I almost just started the game.
But, you know, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it because I can go on forever a minute later. But yeah.
But yeah, and it's like comments like, no, shut up, don't. Do you have anything to talk about?
I did, but then, you know, it was like a day or two ago, and I'm not as adamant about it now. And I feel like it could cause more.
Bring it up anyway?
I feel like it will cause more problems than it solves.
Okay, is it about me then?
Yeah, kind of.
Alright, go for it.
So you know how before we were talking about RPG damage numbers and stuff?
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah, I want to continue.
Are you sure?
Let's fucking do it. Let's go.
Look, I'm just... Look, so I thought about it. Like, you know, I actually thought about it because, you know, normally you just don't like stuff and you don't really know why, but you just don't. Kind of like the color yellow.
You actually stayed back in it. Well, I mean, that's just like a...
Well, the thing about the color yellow is that was like completely subjective.
Yeah, like that's fine. That's whatever. But, go ahead.
So essentially, I was thinking like, well, what, because what we talked about that one time before? It was in Monster Hunter or something? Or like something was satisfying to you, but not me. All right, like killing over or being over leveled and shit in games.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking. Like Gavin probably just likes big numbers because it's satisfying to see big numbers, right? Is that
basically
part of it?
That's the root of it. Yeah.
It's like kind of like, whoops, I'm kind of like the opposite, kind of like the other one. It's not like I don't feel satisfying stuff in games. Like in Monster Hunter World, there's like when you hit something with a hammer, there's the sound effect, and then it like pauses the screen for a second.
Yeah,
it's like
the impact. You're like, oh shit.
It's like that's something minor that's satisfying. So it's just like numbers to me don't really do much. There's also thinking about it. I'm kind of just like, you know, I don't know if I'm an idiot. Okay. So don't call me a stupid baby idiot for thinking this. But I was wondering like if it's just like my brain can't really perceive how big numbers are after a point. Like I know that like 10,000 is a lot. It's like 10 times 1,000 and 1 billion is more than it. Stuff like that.
Thank you for explaining that. 'Cause I didn't.
Yeah, no, but like
I know.
That's like, you know, a part of the thing. But it's like I can't really visualize or think about how big it actually is. So it's just like anecdotal how big it is. Not me actually, you know, seeing it, if that makes sense. So I think that's why like bigger numbers are just less meaningful for me in general, because I can't really just imagine how big it is.
See, I think part of it is like because you don't play shit like Final Fantasy, you don't understand the scaling. Like, you don't understand where it starts, and like part of the reason like the 4/9s is so satisfying is because that's the damage cap. When you finally hit that, you're like, oh yeah, like I'm doing it. I'm at the height of my power, reaching it.
I mean, I can like understand that.
No, you can understand it, but that's the thing about you don't really get it unless you're playing the games or have played the games and have the context like ingrained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, because I was thinking like in Monster Hunter World you do like 20 damage per hit. Well, I mean maybe not you, but like.
Well, it depends on your weapon. Like the dual blades, roughly that's actually pretty accurate.
That's usually what like the Insect Glaive does. So like, you know, when we blow a monster's face to Kingdom Come with bombs and you just see like 200, 200, 200, you're like, holy shit, that's a lot. And like, I think that just like, the surprise factor of that scales down the bigger the numbers get. If that makes any sense.
Again, I think it's a context thing where like in Final Fantasy games you start on the order of like sometimes you're just in the tens, depending on the game, sometimes it's tens, sometimes it's you start on the order of hundreds, depending on like your character or whatever, wherever you are. And then it scales up to like the thousands and all that, and that gives you that sense of progression of power. Which
Maybe.
I feel like smaller data like that, like it's Monster Hunter does it fine as well, but I feel like games like Paper Mario, for instance, where you start with doing like 1 damage, and like the height of your damage, if you ever like cap it, it's gonna be like what, 6?
About, yeah, unless you like
So
up badges.
that's just, yeah, but that's like the most you're generally going like it's gonna be like about 6. Like that doesn't really convey that same thing. It's kind of like, oh, all right.
Honestly, I kind of think that Monster Hunter doesn't do that well. Like I didn't really feel like I was getting stronger really, but that didn't matter because I was just fighting different monsters, and that's the point.
I think part of that is like
me.
with a hammer, you're always like just doing like gigatons of damage on things, and you just got them stunned. Whereas like with dual blades, like when I started, like the height of my damage per blow would be like 14, and now I was like with my best weapons, even on like the newer monsters, I'm doing like 31 like a hit on like the high end dual blades. So it's like that has that sense of progression. More, I guess, but maybe it's just like a weapon thing. I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure, but oh jeez, Monster Hunter wasn't really that for me.
Fair enough.
Which is fine because it was still a great game. I say was, but like we're gonna be playing new content for it later today.
Yeah. So it is, but unless like your opinion has suddenly changed in the interim, like right now.
Monster Hunter's dead. I can't. Fuck. Oh, it's wave 3, yeah?
Yeah, it is. We need to kill just one of these things. Oh, god damn it. Well, I'm probably dead. Yep.
I can't. That was a pretty good strat. Oh, except for that part. Yeah, I think that's just, you know, that might be it. It's not really that satisfying, and it's kind of hard to perceive.
To you.
Yeah. Maybe, you know, not
This is that
necessarily.
important thing to add on, because otherwise it sounds like you're speaking generally. It's kind of like, I'm going to backhand you.
I usually, did I say, was I using second person there?
I mean, you hadn't you were just like saying generally, you weren't specifying your like for yourself.
Okay, because usually I catch that when I'm writing something. Like when I was writing that Diddy drop rap versus Donkey Kong rap thing. I'm like, is like while it's a persuasive essay, it's like I'm not saying like you feel or like, you know, King K. Rool's funny to you. I have to be like it's funny to me, and then like, you know, you decide from there. But it's just like so easy to say you nowadays.
Yeah, I'm glad you do catch that, because like the amount of people who don't, this is like, I'm gonna fucking backhand you, son. It's like people are like, oh, it is this generally. It's like, no, it's not. It's like that's just you.
But you know what? We had to talk about that before we go.
Okay.
DK rap or Diddy drop rap?
I don't have an opinion either
Gavin,
way.
you have to have an opinion.
I don't, because I haven't heard one.
What are you talking about?
I haven't heard the Diddy drop.
You haven't heard the Diddy drop rap, and you're my friend. What the fuck? Are you truly my friend?
I don't know, Emma.
You've at least heard me just say snippets out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, but I haven't heard the whole thing. I don't know what the voices sound like doing it.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we already know what we're talking about next Salmon run. Gavin's gonna educate himself. He's gonna listen to each 100 times just so he has a fair balance here, and then we'll figure out once and for all what Gavin likes more. And there's only one true answer, let's be honest.
Probably a DK rap.
No, you can't let the memes fool you. Yes, the coconut gun version of that rap is really funny, but...
I haven't heard that either.
You haven't heard that either! What? His coconut gun is a coconut gun. If it shoots ya, it's a coconut gun. I love that. All right, we're gonna have opinions next time. But yeah, later today, because there's a dog smack dab in the middle of my afternoon. Later today, we're gonna do Monster Hunter, Devil Joe.
Yay.
So we'll see you then.
Goodbye.